Lately, things have been getting pretty interesting for collectors and enthusiasts alike, especially if you've been holding off on snagging that dream watch. Those top-tier timepieces that seemed out of reach, they're now showing price tags that won't make your bank account shudder. It looks like the whirlwind of sky-high prices is taking a breather, particularly in the secondary market, while authorized dealers are keeping their prices on an even keel. You see, the models that had been hyped to the max are now leading the charge back to saner valuations. It's like watching the star athletes in high school finally chill out a bit in college. Quite a sight for sore eyes, and a bit of a relief too. After a period where prices were pumped up by hype and speculation, this cool-down phase was bound to happen. And honestly, a return to stability might just be what we all needed to keep our collections and our sanity intact. If you're in the market to buy, this might be your chance. But if you bought at those peak prices, this turn of events might feel like a missed shot in a crucial game. Stay savvy and really dig into why you want what you want. It's essential in making smart choices. Whether this trend of falling prices will continue or take a sudden turn depends on broader economic factors and market whims. Interestingly, the pre-owned market is acting a bit high and mighty, with prices sometimes topping those of new pieces. When a watch with a hint of someone else's cologne costs more than one straight from the store, you know things are a bit upside down. And as always, Rolex is at the forefront, showing us the ropes in this luxury asset class dance. So, sit back, keep your eyes on the pulse of the market. Submariner date, reference 16610. Let's dive into the fascinating world of Rolex watches, starting off with the iconic Submariner series. Now, if you're eyeing the Submariner date reference 16610, you'll find it's a bit of a steal at the moment. Priced at about $9,376 in the pre-owned market, it's considerably less than the $11,280 you'd pay for the older models direct from the store. It's like getting vintage wine at table wine prices, right? This model keeps it classy with a vintage-style aluminum bezel, making its pricing all the more attractive when you weigh up its classic charm. Submariner no date. Moving on to the Submariner's sleek ceramic siblings, there's hardly a dip in the wallet's grief between the different iterations. Take, for instance, the most wallet-friendly ceramic piece, the Submariner no date reference 114060, which currently goes for around $11,843. Now, if you're comparing this to the date version, the difference is just about $1,065, pretty much pocket change in the world of luxury watches. GMT Master 2 Sprite. Now, let's talk about the GMT Master 2 Sprite, which really stirred up the market with its unique black and green design, tailored for the left-handed geniuses among us. Initially, this piece was fetching a hefty $19,965 on the resale market, though it's since cooled off to a slightly less eye-watering $19,965. Still over the $12,272 retail, sure, but who wouldn't pay a little extra for something that screams, "I dare to be different"? Before we get to our next watch reveal, why not join the opulent Oasis community? Keep ahead with our innovative content by subscribing. Rolex Daytona. Now, if you're in the club of elite watch collectors, the Rolex Daytona probably tops your wish list. Let's zero in on the steel and gold reference 116523, a real gem that doesn't demand you break the bank. Currently, this model is snagging attention at about $5,156, which is a steal compared to the $16,496 you'd shell out for the newer base model Daytonas. Despite its age, the 116523 remains a smart pick for those itching to get their wrists on a Daytona without the wait. It's like finding a backstage pass just when you thought the concert was sold out. As we watch the tides turn in the luxury watch market, even giants like Patek Philippe and Omega aren't immune to the ebb. This dip in demand spells good news for buyers, possibly nudging prices down and trimming those infamous waitlists at dealerships. For savvy collectors looking to cash in on the downturn, now's a prime time to score some high-end tickers without the usual premium. New Rolex watches. Switching gears to the latest from Rolex, these newbies are turning heads with their bold experiments in contrasts. Think materials that dance between rugged and refined, colors that pop in unexpected ways, and textures that beg a second glance. These watches are a masterclass in balancing sharp aesthetics with rock-solid functionality, not to mention blending tradition with a pinch of daring innovation. It's like Rolex decided to spice up an old recipe, and boy did they bring the flavor. Each piece is a statement in itself, offering a sophisticated mix of performance and luxury that's hard to resist. Whether you're a stickler for tradition or a fan of the avant-garde, Rolex's latest lineup promises something that'll tick just right on your wrist. New Rolex GMT Master 2. The latest Rolex GMT Master 2 isn't just your average time tracker, it's a bit of a globe-trotter on your wrist. This beauty now features a 24-hour hand that does more than jump across time zones. It's practically a memento of your worldwide jaunts. For the first time ever, this model struts in oyster steel with a bezel that fades from grey to black, mimicking the cool shift from day to night. And check out that dial splashed with GMT Master 2 in vibrant green, perfectly echoing the 24-hour hand. I mean, it's a ticket to reminisce about your adventures, subtly wrapped around your wrist. New Rolex Day Date. Stepping into the Rolex Day Date collection, you'll see craftsmanship that could pretty much pass for a masterclass in watchmaking. The Day Date 36 is flaunting new Roman numerals that look like they've jumped straight out of a cubist painting, alongside chic index hour markers. Available in flavors of yellow gold, white gold, oyster steel, and platinum, each version has its own matching dial and markers, creating a seamless look. And for that extra wow factor, they've introduced ombre dials that sweep through different shades depending on the gold type, plus versions with pearlized white mother-of-pearl dials and diamond-studded markers. New Rolex 1908. And now for something truly special, the Rolex Perpetual 1908. This timepiece is a nod to Rolex's storied past with a twist of modern flair. Clad in 950 platinum with an ice blue dial, this watch is all about exclusivity. But it's the rice grain motif on the dial that really catches the light, and probably a few envious glances. Every twist of your wrist brings a new perspective thanks to this clever design. It's like owning a piece of dynamic art that keeps time. New Rolex Deep Sea. Dive into the unknown with the revamped Oyster Perpetual Rolex Deep Sea, now making a splash in 18-karat yellow gold. It's more than just a diver's watch. It's a deep-sea companion, waterproof up to a mind-boggling 12,800 feet. This marvel isn't just about good looks, it's packed with robust features like the ring lock system, sporting a compression ring crafted from resilient blue ceramic. Its blue lacquer dial proudly displays deep sea in powdered yellow, a nod to its oceanic prowess. For those who wear their adventures on their sleeve, or rather on their wrist, this watch says, "I conquer depths in style." New Rolex Daytona. Get ready to dazzle with the new Rolex Cosmograph Daytona editions. These stunners are decked out in 18-karat white gold, featuring mother-of-pearl dials that play a sophisticated game of contrast in black and white. But it's the bezel that truly steals the show, encrusted with brilliant cut diamonds that catch the light, and perhaps some jealous glances. Each piece is paired with a matching bracelet, ensuring every aspect of the watch exudes elegance. Whether you're at a gala or just stepping out for a high tea, these Daytonas are sure to make a statement that's both loud and clear. I'm not just polished, I'm precious. New Rolex Skydweller. Soar to new heights with the latest iterations of the Oyster Perpetual Skydweller. Now available in lustrous 18-karat yellow or white gold, and paired with the ever-stylish Jubilee bracelets, these watches are a perfect blend of luxury and versatility. The addition of ceramic inserts in the bracelet links not only enhances the watch's longevity, but also its flexibility, because who says you can't have it all? Choose between the stark beauty of the intense white or the understated elegance of the slate dial. Whether you're a globe-trotter or a high flyer, these sky dwellers have just the right amount of flair to keep up with your dynamic lifestyle, and then some. As we close out our tour of Rolex's fresh lineup for 2024, it's obvious that Rolex isn't just resting on its laurels. This year's batch is all about blending old-school charm with some new-school cool, proving yet again why they're at the top of the watch game. These watches aren't just about telling time, they're about making a statement, subtly, stylishly. Whether you're looking to buy or just browsing, keep in mind the watch market is as dynamic as it gets. Today's dip might be tomorrow's spike, so knowing your stuff can really pay off. Don't be a stranger. Keep up with all things shiny and sophisticated by sticking with us at Opulent Oasis. Hit that like or subscribe button, share with your pals or drop a comment. We thrive on your vibes and are here to keep feeding your luxury watch fascination. Thanks for hanging out with us, and remember there's always something new ticking just around the corner. Catch you next time for more top-tier timepiece talk.